such an honor to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for
I'm
being
such
here.
a fan of the show.
Thank you. You watch the show?
I do, and so does my dad, and he wanted me to tell you you are doing such a beautiful job, and he loves watching the show.
Thanks, Dad. It's me, Jennifer. Oh my goodness, and we have been watching you for years. I have always been a fan. You started in 1996?
I started before that, but that's when y'all started seeing me.
Okay,
yeah.
Break it down for us. How did you get into the industry?
So I had a very kind of slow, very traditional come up in the business. I went to drama school for 3 years and did like almost 30 plays and came out and just started auditioning. My first job was a guest spot playing LL's date on In the House.
Really?
You remember that?
Yes, I remember that show. You're gonna make me go look it up and find it.
It was like a one-scene part, but I was very excited. And then I got another guest spot on Family Matters.
That was another good show.
Yes.
I used to watch that one.
Playing Urkel's mean date, who was just pretending that she liked him, but she didn't really like him. Anyway, it was a tour de force part, but.
Love that for you. And your parents worked in the entertainment industry.
Yes.
Did they like encourage you to pursue your career? Or?
Actually, it was the opposite.
Really?
When I told my dad that I wanted to become an actor, he basically almost cried and kind of begged me to not do it. Because, you know, he was a black director. He is a black director in this business and came up, and it wasn't easy for him. And he was like, look, it doesn't matter how talented you are.
Yeah.
There are so few roles, especially when I was coming up.
Right.
You know? And he just didn't want that for me, but he's now my biggest fan.
Of course,
I didn't
listen. And you studied English in college, so did you ever consider anything outside of acting?
Yeah, I did, actually. Kind of being a rebel, before I caught the acting bug, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer.
I can see that for you.
Yeah, I was kind of, I was a little nerd in school, and but I did an internship at a law firm, and that was over in about a week. I was like, I cannot do this.
Okay, well, what was it like filming Best Man and the sequel?
Wow, well. Yeah. It was amazing. It was such a different time. We were all so young. It was in New York City. We were all, it didn't feel like work. We were like family back then. And it's been over 20 years, which is crazy. And we all are still such good friends.
And y'all all look so good.
Who knew that we were gonna last this long? We said the next one will be Best Man Old Folks Home.
Do you think it'll get that far?
I think we put the bow on the gift.
Well, thank you for giving us the classic, because we love your work, that film.
Thank you.
And another one is Love and Basketball. It's coming up to 25 years. Like, I have to ask you, did you know how to play basketball? Right? This movie. Did you know how to play basketball?
So I did not. I had never picked up a basketball, never. And, but I had, my mother was a dancer, and so she always had me in dance classes, so that was my saving grace. Gina, the director, she wanted a basketball player who could act and not an actress they had to teach basketball. So I was very lucky, because early on I did a read-through of the script, just for like an audience for her to hear the script, and she remembered my performance. And so when it was time for auditioning, she brought me in, and it was me and a bunch of basketball players. And after every time I would go in, then I'd go across the street and have to dribble and have to do layups, and I was horrible. And she kept bringing in basketball players, and I finally said, look, if you're bringing in basketball players and giving them acting coaches, why don't you get me a basketball coach?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I had to use my voice,
Yes.
And then finally, after months and months, I still was horrible. I was still horrible. How can you learn to?
Yeah.
But I learned to look like a basketball player.
Act like you got it.
I had the form. I had all of the. I could actually do all the tricks.
Oh.
But put me in a game.
Uh-oh.
That was horrible.
You can make it look
Horrible.
like it. Sell the
exactly.
moment. Well, you did. You
Thank
sold
you.
the. Oh my God. It makes a girl want to learn how to play basketball. How do you pick your roles? Like, what do you look for? What do you draw from when you pick your roles?
You know, there's a lot of destiny involved, you know. Now I'm developing, but for me, it's always about pushing myself, about scaring myself, challenging myself. Now I want to work with good directors. I want to work with actors that I admire. You know, for me, it's never about, oh, what do you want to do next? I don't know. I just know that when I read that script, I want to be a little scared. You know? You know that feeling.
Oh, I do. I'm taking notes, though. I'm learning. I've always looked up to you. You recently joined the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yes.
What was it like working with Larry, give her a hand, David, and JB Smooth?
So amazing. It was such a surprise and so scary, actually, because they don't have scripts. They just tell you the situation and it's action. And so it kind of took me back to those days, you know, the drama school days. So
like
that was
improv.
Yeah, improv. But just you can't fail, you know, because it's just, you know, they try everything. I told Larry I was coming on the show, and he was like, "Great, but don't tell him anything." So no, it's going to be really funny. It's already airing, and I can't wait for y'all to see my.
That's really cool. That sounds very different.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about the film you have coming out this year. You have another project.
Yes, I did an Audible book where I am the voice of Beth Garner, and she's a Black woman who's been appointed to the Supreme Court.
That's awesome.
Yes, and it's you know, I used to be such a bookworm, and then something happened. I don't read books anymore, but I do listen to Audible all the time in my car. I love kind of getting lost in the story, and this is a James Patterson novel. It is an on-the-edge-of-your-seat thriller. They have the soundscapes. It's amazing. I can't wait for y'all to hear it.
I have to ask, as an actress, like, how do you prepare for something like that?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of fun. It's such a different kind of experience. You're just in a booth, and you go and you sit there. You have the director in your ear, and you just read. It's hours and hours and hours of take after take, but you're really acting because you're going through but it's all audible.
I would love to try that.
Yeah, well, I'm sure they'll call you.
Okay, well, look, I want to take some notes from you and learn, because you lend your voice to so much. So I want to be a student right now. Can you like give me an example and show me how it's done?
Okay. Well, what do you want me to read?
Well, don't you do this thing called diddle or something?
Oh. Okay.
Will you do
You
that
know,
for me?
I did play Catwoman on a cartoon. So why don't I?
What haven't you done? Okay.
I know. You know, I've been around for 100 years, girl.
I want to be like that.
You will be like that. Okay, so I do this Catwoman. Okay, I have to get into character. But you guys have to just imagine you're hearing her. Okay. You know, cats, they're kind of a little, kind of over it. They're a little turned off, you know. But then they'll flirt with you and purr. But then they change their mind and they don't like you. Okay, so now I'm gonna do this little poem as Catwoman. I love the music, by the way. Hey, diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, meow. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see such sport. And the dish ran away with the spoon. Meow, the end.
I want to do that! That was amazing!
Was it? No, that was so silly.
No, but it's a dream of mine to like learn more about like voiceover and animation.
You've done animation, haven't you?
Yeah, a bit, but I want to do more.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And to hear the different areas, the audible that you do, and then to all of that. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.